Apocalypse.
What's up, Otaku Nation? Oda King Live coming at you again for another Pickups of the Week episode. Fortunately, this episode, I did not get too much stuff. Of course, at this time of the year, you know, everyone's kind of buying for the Christmas season. Not many people are selling. And, you know, there certainly is no yard sales or anything like that. And even the pawn shops, I mean, you know, the prices are going up a bit. I mean, especially on things like Game Boy stuff and anything that's selling big for around the holidays, they're really jacked up right now. So, I actually did something a little different at a few pawn shops. Well, I went to one big pawn shop that I know, and then I went to another gaming cafe that sells things, and I got a couple stories about the things I did. So what I pretty much did was I did trades this weekend. I took stuff in and I actually traded it. That's pretty unusual for me. Trading isn't something I do regularly. Pretty much what it was stuff that had been sitting around for so long, didn't know what to do with it, took it into a few different places and finally got a deal out of some of it. So let's get to story number one. Story number one is I had a ton of those Burger King Dragon Ball toys. Not Dragon Ball. Pokemon toys. So if you remember, unfortunately I traded all of my loose ones, so I don't really have any here to show. But if you remember about 10 years ago, say, Burger King did a big Pokemon toy thing where they had the Pokeballs that inside had the gold cards. There was Pikachu, Charmander, Poliwhirl, Mewtwo, I think. There was a few of them. So I had 4 of those. I had 4 of those that were doubles. I believe 2 of them were in box, 2 of them were loose. And then I had about 20 loose of the other toys. They were like keychains, top spinners, water blasters. Just the kind of toys you expect from Burger King, McDonald's. But they were Pokemon, and they were actually pretty quality. This is not one of them, but we'll just put them on Bonk's head for now. And while I Jimmy Jam you here a bit. So I took those in. I tried to sell the gold card ones a while back, 5-6 years ago, to another pawn shop. I just wanted a couple bucks each. I didn't really care. He didn't even want them. So I was at this other big pawn shop just the other week, and I actually saw they were selling them for $20, $30 each. So I was like, well, hell, if they're selling them for that kind of money, I bet they'll buy mine. So I took them out there, and surely enough, he's like, yeah, bring them in. So I did. And, once again, I had about 20 items, maybe, 20 to 30 items, and I didn't really care. I just wanted them out of my car. They sat in my old Z24 for years out in the garage. Then I got rid of that. I sold it because it was borderline getting to, the scrap point. And then they sat in my computer room under my chair for years, and they were just in the way. Like I said, they were doubles, so I didn't want them anymore. So I finally took them in. I said, what do you give me? And he goes, $50. And, he was kind of like, $50, if you want. I think, it's a little low, but, that's what I'm offering. And I'm like, hell, son, I will take $50. Don't you worry about it. So, and I'm like, I just want to trade. I don't even care about the money. I just want to, I'll just go around and buy some crap. So I ended up, this is how, if you saw my retro video on it, this is how I got Bonk's Adventure. It was $50 price tag, but I gave him 40 for it. I was like, okay, I got $50 to spend, so give me Bonk's for 40. And I got an Attack on Titan Pop, the blonde girl. It's not here right now. I'm looking around for it. And I bought they always sell packs of Pokemon cards there in a bag, so I bought like a $5 pack of Pokemon cards too. So got like the cards, Bonks, and Attack on Titan Pop, and I was happy. Ooh, Charizard EX. That did not come from that pack, but anyways. So I was like, yeah, $50, great, And then I got my Bonks on Turbo, which is just excellent. I was happy. And, yeah, that's how that went down. And I got rid of those. Now, next up, I don't think I bought anything else there. Maybe a kid's movie or two. I don't really remember. But it wasn't, the rest wasn't too exciting. So next up, I had a box of Odyssey and Intellivision games. And they've been sitting around forever. Again, doubles. didn't want them. And let's see here. I'll put her here. And again, I wanted to get rid of them. Now, I was in this news store by me in town, and he used to be in this, you know, little flea market. And he actually opened a store. And I used to buy games and anime junk from him all the time. So now he has a store. And he's got these classic consoles set up. And he had an Odyssey. And I was in there one day talking to him. And he said he didn't have any games for it. Well, here comes this guy. And not Selena, me. So I take over my like 20 Odyssey games. And I take over like, I think it was about 10 Intellivision games. Now, I, again, had taken these to the guy across the street a few weeks ago, and he said he'd give me about $1 a game. And I was like, you know what, I'll hold on to them for a little bit. I thought that was fine for the Odyssey games, but not really the Intellivision games, because they were boxed complete. So, I take him in here, and this guy, he's like, okay, and I'm like, look, again, I don't want cash. I just want to trade. I just want some things trade. So that way, you know, you always get a little bit more if there's something you want, you know, because trade is always worth a bit more. So he's like, all right, look around and bring some stuff up. So, get out of here, cat girl. So, what I ended up grabbing there is he had these X 1999, you know, pretty much just X mangas. Unfortunately, missing a lot of volumes. I mean, we got 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 11 and 12. But you know what? You know, manga's worth $10 a book. Even used, you know, you're looking at $5 a book. These aren't used; they're new, and they're random volumes. But whatever. So I was like, you know what? He was selling them for I think $4 each, and I was like, okay, well, I want these. And that's like, you know, $24 worth of books there. And again, I had about, you know, 20 to 30 games. So even at $1 a piece or whatever, I didn't really care too much at this point. I was looking for, you know, just a simple kind of trade. Now, what he also had with the manga was this. And I really wanted this. And that's a Sergeant Frog. Apparently, it's one of those things you stick in the sunlight. Because I guess that's the sunlight sensor there. And his ears flap. I haven't busted it out and tried it. Mostly because there ain't much sun right now, being winter. But this is awesome. Now, he wanted $13 for it. And I had to have it. Yeah, Solar Spring version. Kororo Gunso. So either way, so I grabbed up the manga and I grabbed my frog. I thought it was a clock at first. But either way. So he's like, well, you know what? How about just a straight trade? The games for the manga and the clock. And I was like, you know what? Cool, fine, that's cool, I don't care. So we were sitting there shooting the breeze for a while, talking. And he was like, and this is something you don't see too often, especially with, you know, reseller type pawn shop people. He's like, you know what? I don't think you're getting I think you're getting the bum deal here. I think you're not getting enough. What else do you want? So there was something else I wanted. And it was this. Adventure Time, Nice King and Gunter. Now, this is surprisingly a Loot Crate item, which is interesting to me. Now, it's an original Cartoon Network. Now, the one thing I don't like about it is that it says it's the Nice King and Gunter. Now, if you know Adventure Time, Nice King is when he shaved his beard off. So the fact that he has his full beard really doesn't make him the Nice King. So I'm a little confused about it. It's like almost like they didn't know what they were talking about. But either way, he wanted 18 for this, which I thought was a little steep. So I grabbed this and I went, how about this? I'm like, how about the Ice King and $5 cash? So, I'll give you $5 and you give me the Ice King. So that made it, pretty much like he was giving it to me for, $12, towards my trade. And I was giving him $5 cash. And he was like, he thought about it. And he was like, all right, yeah, sure, no problem. And I was like, nice. So for some games that were sitting in my vehicle and they're in the sunroom for freaking years, kicked around in the dirt, I finally got rid of them. Again, they're doubles, they're triples. So, and I got a whole bunch of manga and some nice, cool little Sun Frog, and I got a little bit of Ice King, so I was pretty happy. So that is my two trade stories, both in one day, which is crazy, because like I said, I never trade, almost nothing, unless they're doubles and triples. Now, usually I'll just, lately I've just been giving them away. A little poke there. Up there, if you look up there, I got giveaway videos. I will be giving away retro games and anime. I got so much of doubles laying around that, you know, I'm giving them away to viewers if they like and comment, so feel free to check those videos out. Now, we'll get back to Cat Girl here, Selena Kyle. If you saw my previous video, I had Harvey, and now I was back at the dollar store the other day. They only had like 20 Harveys the other day, and now they got like 20 Selena Kyles. So I was like, score! So I grabbed her up because they're only like $4 at the dollar store. Now I just all I want is Oswald Cobblepot. You know, I don't really care too much about the others, but it's all about Penguin, and I need him now. As I was talking about a minute ago, at that weird cafe selling joint, he has Oswald Cobblepot. So I might be going back there with some more games to do another trade. And then on my eBay buying lately, I got Pickle Rick. Now, this is for a video actually that'll be coming up sooner or later. I need a lot more props until that video's ready. So, and it's going to be an adventure doing what I got planned there. So either way, that is pretty much all I got for the other week. Not too much excitingness, so forgive me there. But I got some pretty cool stuff coming up in the next one. I just picked it up the other day, so look forward to it. So leave a like if you saw anything you liked here. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you picked up or whatever. And share it around. Feel free to help me grow. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace.